Hello students, good morning. So we'll continue with the departmental accounting. So please take down this problem. So take down this problem. Yeah, okay, we'll discuss the problem. So Concon Traders has two departments, Department A and Department B. Department A transfers goods at a normal selling price to Department B. In the sense, so Department A can transfer everything at the selling price. Selling price means by adding the load price on the cost. From the following, prepare departmental trading and profit and loss account and a general P&L account for the year ending 31st March 2021. So you have to prepare departmental trading account and departmental trading and P&L account and a general P&L account. Okay, so they have given informations regarding the trading items like So opening stock 2 lakh for department A and it is nil for department B. Purchases 22 lakh and 2 lakh. Wages 1 lakh and 1 lakh 60,000. Sales 23 lakh and 15 lakh. Closing stock 5 lakh and 1 lakh 80,000 at cost to representative departments. Means what the representative department के closing stock at cost price, but if there is any transfer then that at selling price. Goods transferred from department A to B 7 lakh. So it is an interdepartmental transfer. So it is transferred from department A to B. So B is the receiver, means it is like a purchase for them. Department A is the giver, it is like a sale for them. Next, they have given the additional information. The following expenses are to be apportioned between department A and B. So they have given informations like they have given the expenses and they only gave the basis of apportionment, in which ratios you have to apportion, it is readily given. Then the total amount, that is traveling expenses 1:2. So 1,50,000 is to be apportioned on the ratios on the basis of 1:2. Printing and stationery, that is on the ratio of sale. See there within the bracket they have given including interdepartmental transfer, means when you take the sale value you have to take the sale made by the departments, along with that the departmental transfer. There is a one interdepartmental transfer, that is 7 lakh. Salary again on the basis of sale including departmental transfer. Advertisement expenses, that is again on the basis of sale but excluding, you have to exclude the interdepartmental transfer. Now why they exclude that interdepartmental transfer? Because the interdepartmental transfer is done between two departments. On that you have not spent anything for advertisement. That is, department A and B comes under one trading unit or one company. When you transfer the goods from one department to another department, you are not doing any advertisement on that, because the other department knows what products are manufactured under department A. So we are excluding the advertisement charges on the interdepartmental transfer, just because we have not given any advertisement on that. But when we are selling to the outsider, okay, who are not comes within the company, then in that case you need to give the advertisement to. Why we give the advertisement? We give the advertisement just because to know about the products. So we give advertisement to make the public to know about the products. Okay, so advertisement excluding interdepartmental transfer. Then there is a general expense and depreciation. So they have given the ratios 3:1 and 1:3. Next, they have given some common expenses. Common expense means the expenses which cannot be apportioned between two departments. So it should be taken in the general P&L accounts. Okay, general P&L account. So that is audit fees, general manager salary, office expenses. Next, out of closing stock of department B, see that closing stock of department B is 1,80,000. Rupees 1,35,000 represents the goods transferred from department B. It is interdepartmental transfer. The closing stock, the total closing stock that is of department B is 1,80,000. In that 1,35,000 worth goods is from other department, and you know that on opening stock or on the closing stock, if there is an interdepartmental transfer that takes place at the selling price, then you have to calculate the stock reserve. Okay, if the interdepartmental transfer is included in opening stock or closing stock or in both, then you have to calculate the stock reserve. So by calculating the rate of gross profit, you have to calculate the stock reserve. Here in opening stock, they have not given any information regarding the interdepartmental transfer, but in closing stock there is a 1,35,000 that is from other department. So you have to calculate the gross profit of A department. Why we are calculating the rate of gross profit of A department? Because B department का closing stock, in that A department has transferred the goods. When A department is transferring the goods means they will add their rate of profit, that is A department ka. Okay, so we'll start with the solution. So first you have to prepare the departmental trading and profit and loss account. Departmental trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March 2021. If you want, you can have one total column on both the side, debit as well as credit. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬಹುದು. Okay, so we start with the trading account. So trading account always opening stock. So write to opening stock. To opening stock. So for the department A it is 2 lakh and department B it is nil. Okay, what next? So they are given purchase. So purchase is an expenses. So debit side 2 purchases 22 lakh and 2 lakh. So next they are given wages. Again wages is the direct expenses. 2 wages 1 lakh 1,60,000. Okay, after that sales. Sales credit side by sales. Okay, next item that is closing stock. So close before we write closing stock, we have to record all the items that to be recorded in the trading account. Okay, so closing stock is recorded at the end. So before closing stock, there is a interdepartmental transfer. See that goods transferred from department A to department B. Now, so when department A is transferring the goods means for department A it is a sale because they are transferring the goods. For department B it is a purchase. So when you write the figures in the department B, you have to write it in the debit side because it is a purchase for department B. So expense is debit side. It is a sale for department A. So it is on the credit side. So see here, so you have to write to transfer from department A and it is purchase for department B. So on the debit side, department B ka column, you have to write 7 lakh. And it is the sale for department A, right? So it is by transfer to. To means you are giving to department B. So the credit side, you have to write amount under A's column. Okay, next you write closing stock. By closing stock, that is 5 lakh and 1,80,000. So the difference will be either it is gross profit or gross loss. So now you calculate whether it is profit or loss. So calculate fast. First you do the total of both the side. Then you have to write the balancing figure that either it should be a profit or loss. Do it. Okay, so check your total. So total 35 lakh and 16 lakh 80,000, and the gross profit is 10 lakh and 6 lakh 20,000. So next it is two gross profit. Next you have to carry down that balance. Sorry, brought down. You have to bring down the balance. So it is by gross profit, that is 10 lakh and 6 lakh 20,000. Okay, next you have to apportion the other expenses. The first one, that is traveling expenses, and the ratio is given 1:2. Two traveling expenses 1:2. So total 1,50,000. So 1:2 means it is 50,000 and 1 lakh. Okay, next item, that is printing and stationery. Now it is on the basis of ratios of sales. Ratios of sale means including transfer. So now A, it is 30 lakh, correct? A, it is 30 lakh and B, it is 15 lakh. So I cancel all the zeros and I left with only 30 and 15. So the ratio is either you can take 30:15, or you know that 30 is divisible by 15th table, that is 15 ones are 15, 15 twos are 30. So the ratio is 2:1. Either you can take it as 30:15 or 2:1. That is including transfer. You have to include the transfer. Okay. So the ratio is 2:1. So right, two printing and stationery, 2:1 ratio, 36,000 into 2 by 3, that is for department A, and 36,000 into 1 by 3, that is for department B. Okay, next one, that is salary, again on the ratios of sales, that is 2:1. Two salaries, that is 2:1. Okay, what next? The next one, that is advertisement expenses, that is excluding interdepartmental transfer. It means you have to take only the sales figure, that is 23 lakh and 15 lakh. So the ratio is, so you cancel the 5 zeros, it comes to 23 is to 15. So further you cannot simplify this number, so the ratio is 23 is to 15. That is two advertisement expenses 23 is to 15. So next item, that is advertisement. Sorry, advertisement is done. The general expenses, the ratio is 3 is to 1. Two general expenses 3 is to 1. Then depreciation 1 is to 3. Two depreciation on machinery 1 is to 3. Okay, so after this you find whether it is profit or loss. Either it should be net profit or net loss. So calculate. So do the total and find the profit or loss balance. So total 10 lakh and 6 lakh 20. So difference 97,000 and 1 lakh 79,000. Okay. So next, before we move to the general P&L account, you have to calculate the rate of gross profit and the stock reserve. So because the department take a total closing stock 1,80,000, out of that 1,35,000 is from department A. So department A transfer the goods at the selling price. So see the first sentence they have given. The interdepartmental transfer between A to B is usual selling price. Is taking place at usual selling price. So we have to adjust the load price. So next you write calculation of rate of gross profit, and you write the formula. Gross profit is equals to, gross profit, that is percentage, is equals to gross profit divided by sales into 100. Okay. So now that is, you have to calculate the gross profit of department A, because A transferred goods to B. The person who is transferring or who is selling the goods, he will add issue rate of profit, right? So you have to calculate department A ka gross profit. Now when you take the sales value, you have to take the entire sale, that is the actual sale as well as the departmental transfer. Okay, when you take the sales, you have to take sales and the interdepartmental transfer. That is, my gross profit, see the department A's gross profit is 10 lakh. I am calculating the rate of gross profit for department A. So to take the gross profit of department A, that is 10 lakh, into 100 divided by, it is sales. Sale means including transfer. That is 30 lakh. So it comes to 33.33%, or you can take it as 1 by 3. 33.3333, that is a recurring number, you can take 1 by 3. So second working note, that is a calculation of stock reserve in closing stock or closing stock reserve. Calculation of stock in closing stock or closing stock reserve. So you have to take the closing stock of B, that is the transfer value, not the entire closing stock. The what extent the closing stock includes the department B A ka goods. That is 1,35,000. That is the last sentence. Into, you have to take the rate of gross profit of A department. So you will get something 44 something you will get. You just round off that figure and you take it as 45,000. Okay, you will get in point. So you just round off that figure and write it at 45,000. Okay, next you draw the lines for general profit and loss account. General profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March 2021. First you have to transfer the profit from P&L account. So by net profit, so department A, that is 97,000, and department B, it is 1,79,000. Okay, then you have to write the common expenses. You have to enter the common expenses, that is audit fees, general manager's salary, and other expenses. The first one, that is 2 audit fees. Next one, that is 2 general manager's salary. Then it is 2 office expenses. So before we write the final profit, so you have to transfer the stock reserve. So the load price which is there in the closing stock of department B. So closing stock we record on the credit side. So stock reserve on closing stock to be on the debit side. To stock reserve, if you want, you can write in the bracket on closing stock. To stock reserve within the bracket on closing stock. So the net figure will be net profit or net loss. Here your credit side is more. So it is net profit. That is 2,76,000 is the total. 1,41,000 is the net profit. Okay, so I wind up today's class with this problem. So remaining we'll see in the next class. Thank you.